Hey guys, it's Rachel, and I just want to jump on and talk about something that's really important to me. Something that I learned just a few years ago and has made such an incredible impact on my life. Something that I wish I had been taught as a teenager. And with that in mind, I'm kind of thinking right now about my stepdaughters. So I hope that maybe at some point they'll watch this too, so they can understand what I'm about to share. So I was introduced to something called the model a couple years ago, and it's a life coaching tool. And it teaches us that all of our circumstances in life are neutral. So that meaning that if something in your life has deep feeling and emotion to it, it's not coming from the actual circumstance. It's actually coming from your thoughts about the circumstance. And here's a perfect example as I relate this to my life right now, that I can be super happy in my home right now and someone else might not be. And so obviously it's not the circumstance of the home, because if both of us are experiencing living in this same space, how could it be the home that's causing the feelings? It can't be, right? It's absolutely because of the way you're thinking about it. So when you think about your situation right now, whether that be something related to a relationship, like something in your personal life, maybe it's something about where you're living or about your job, or it could be about this current circumstances in our world right now, the pandemic. They're actually all neutral. But what you choose to think about it is what it makes you feel. So if we go back to this example of our home, right? That I can be perfectly happy in my home right now, quite content, even enjoying it, enjoying the beautiful sunshine on my skin, loving the extra slow down, right? The quiet time. And then there can be others that decide, I don't want to be there. I don't want to live there. Or I want to be out all the time, right? And it's not the actual home that's causing us to feel this way. It's our thoughts about it. So when you stop and pause for a moment, you can stop and decide, what do I want to think about my current situation? So if you currently think the place is horrible, it's awful, I'm going to hate it, I don't want to go, guess what you're going to create? All those negative emotions, all those feelings of ickiness and disregard, and that feeling of I don't want to. But it's all coming from your thoughts. And at any moment, in an instant, you can decide to change those thoughts. You can decide that you don't want to think them anymore. Now, of course, that takes a little bit of work, but we all can do it. So right now, think about a circumstance, a situation in your life. Maybe something that's causing a little bit of struggle, a little bit of unease. What do you want to think about it? Because guess what? That is an option. You can choose to continue to think it's horrible, it sucks. Or you can begin to think something more neutral about it, that it is what it is. Or maybe I'm learning how to manage through it. Or maybe if I decide to think that this home is a beautiful place, a place that's filled with love and filled with people that want me to be around, that maybe then you'll show up from that place. Maybe you step out of this space of I don't want to be there. Instead, maybe I'm willing to see what it could be like if I come from this place of it's not so bad. Or maybe it's just neutral, right? Like other people don't seem to think it's a horrible place to be. So maybe I don't have to either. So I want you to pause for a moment and just notice. What are you thinking right now? Because those thoughts absolutely 100% are going to create your reality. They always do. They always create our results. And why do they create our results? Because we take action from how we feel. When we're feeling a sense of anger, resentment, or negativity, then that's where our actions come from. But when we're feeling hopeful and exciting, or grounded, or calm, then we create that. So you get to decide right here, right now, what do you want to create right here, right now for your life? You can allow your circumstance to run your life, or you can start to understand that your circumstances never will, that they are always neutral. And the only thing that controls you is your own mind. And when you take back that control, you get all the power in the world. Isn't that what we all want, that sense of control? When we try to control our own circumstances, we always lose because we're fighting with reality. Amazing teacher Byron Katie says that, and she's 100% correct. That every time you fight with your circumstances, you will lose. But when you embrace them and instead you start to learn to think from a different light, from a different perspective, you put on some different glasses, right? Then you can choose to feel differently. And those feelings will absolutely 100% change the way you act and always change your results. So, here's your goal for today. Start to listen to your own mind. Know that your circumstances do not determine how you feel. Know that it is always your thoughts that create those feelings. So I hope wherever you are right now, if you're listening, that you'll take a moment to pause and look at your circumstances and see that not everyone sees them the same way. And I know you can find proof once you go look, once you dive in deep. And then you do the work, right? To start to work on your own thinking. To know that your thoughts 100% have the effect to change everything in your life. And it's up to you. I hope you decide today to, instead of changing your circumstance, to change your thoughts and to embrace your day for what it is. Perfect, exactly as it is. Because that's all we've got is today. All right, friends, if you have any questions and want to understand this on a deeper level, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday.